Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
This is Rick Smith. I'm the new golf professional at Treetops Resort up in northern Michigan. I had no idea. And I've been down in Texas, and I've been here and there. And Rick just kept on talking and saying, "You've got to come and see our new golf course. It's the Robert Trent Jones Golf Course." And actually, Harry Melling, who owns Sylvan at the time, a wonderful man, who just we miss him terribly. And he says, the only reason I hired Rick was so I could get him off the telephone. Rick is a talker. Rick has been a man for all seasons in golf. He's done everything from, I think sometimes young kids used to put a certain magazine, hide a certain magazine under their beds. Well, Rick, magazines that he put under his bed were Golf Digest and Golf Magazine, and the pages where it always showed the instruction. And so he has been a fabulous instructor ever since, with a lineup. Well, we walked inside the rope when Lee Jansen won his first United States Open at Baldwin. And then Rick was working with Lee when he won his second United States Open out at the Olympic Club in San Francisco. And he beat Payne Stewart both times. And he's worked with Rocco Mediate, who was kind of the second star of last year's United States Open, and wonderful personality. And then Rick has also been a terrific designer. He did Turning Stone in Upper New York State, where they had a tour event last year or so, the last couple of years. And then he came to Treetops, did 2 courses there, plus Treetops, which I claim credit for naming. And Arcadia Bluffs, Waskawan, right over here at West Olive. Arcadia Bluffs, you can see the big lake from every hole on the golf course. We're very happy, very pleased that Rick has come back to work here at the West Michigan Golf Show and do a little publicity for. He's the principal partner up at Treetops, which is an absolutely gorgeous course with our resort with the Robert Trent Jones course. We have to fix that. They have inverted fairways like that. Harry Melling liked it because he and his wife would go out at night and pick up golf balls off in the rough on each side. But then between Rick and Tom Fazio, they got the U-shaped fairways, which brought the ball back in and you didn't lose so many golf balls. So,
but now you're a better player than you're retired.
That's true.
He's actually better.
And now, here he is, Rick Smith.
I'll use this just for... At that time, I was still playing a lot, and I always believed that to be a great teacher, in my mind, you had to be a good player. So, especially if you're going to work with the best players. You know, having said that, it didn't mean that, you had to be an unbelievable player to work with a common golfer. But still, I love to play the game, and that's what really drove me to be where I am now, which led me to golf design, led me to Treetops, really, because at the time, Harry Melling, wonderful person, Michigan industrialist. I was born in Michigan. To come back to Michigan was important to me because I knew that if Alistair McKenzie, one of the greatest golf course designers in the world, was there, something had to be right with Michigan. And this goes way back. He did Crystal Downs, and Donald Ross built some great courses. But there was something that I was really attracted to, not only the people. I felt like going around the world, coming back to Michigan, they were some of the greatest people I'd ever met. And still to this day, every time I come back, I look forward to seeing people that I hadn't seen in a long time. And part of me coming back to the West Michigan Golf Show really brings back memories when in the earlier years it was about promoting what you believed in. And I always felt like, I really believe in Michigan golf, more than you know. I mean, when I leave the state and I go somewhere else, I come back, we go up to Treetops, you go to Arcadia Bluffs, you go to Waskawan, it's a private club over here in actually Holland, Michigan. But all the places you go, there's a lot of great golf here. And with all the things that are going on in the economy right now, everybody's asking me questions about you know, what's going on in Michigan? And I say, well, first of all, Michigan to me has the best golf in the country, and I really do believe that. And we need to embrace that as golfers, as people. I mean, we got the best people anywhere. We got some of the best golf in the world, and we got to take a little bit more ownership in it. We got to take a little more pride in it, and not get caught up in all the stuff that's going on. Because really, for me, golf, I owe my whole life to golf, and it's giving me these opportunities to teach some of the best people in the world. But not only that, but it's just to be around the game and meet so many wonderful people that I've had a chance to meet in my lifetime. And it's never ending. You know, I mean, everybody says, well, what are you doing? Well, I've got a family, I have 4 kids, they're growing up fast. Everybody says, well, why aren't you out there all the time? I've been out on tour for almost 20 years. And so I don't want to be the guy that doesn't see my kid grow up, and all my kids grow up. So I'm in and out a lot, flying in, doing different things. But when I got the call to come over to the West Michigan Golf Show, I remembered a few people. I remembered Jack Barry and what he did for Michigan golf in the mid-'80s, and what Terry Moore did, who really founded the West Michigan Golf Show. And I'm looking at a guy here still with his camera. You didn't get Michael Phelps on that camera, did you? The guy's everywhere. I mean, the guy is everywhere with his camera. Art McCafferty hiding behind this. I've known Art ever since we started back at Treetops in the beginning. And these guys are still promoting the game like I am, and they believe in what I believe. And I think, getting back real quickly, to see these guys again after all this time, it's just great to be back again. And it's good to come over to the west side of the state. I was down in Naples, Florida last week working with John Daly, trying to get this guy back. And I said to everybody, I'm not going to be his dad, but I said I'm going to help him with his golf. And if I can get his golf back, the other stuff will go in line. So I think the tour does need a John Daly. I think with the absence of Tiger the last 8 months was pretty indicative of the fact that they love Tiger, and they want to see somebody challenge him. On the other hand, it's been intriguing to see some of the other guys come up. Anthony Kim, unbelievable player. You look at Padraig Harrington, and the year he had winning those 2 majors last year was unbelievable. And these other guys are rising to the top here to try to challenge Tiger. I will tell you, short-lived, he's coming back really soon. He's coming back in a couple weeks. I wouldn't be surprised to see him at the Match Play Championship, which is out in Tucson. They're playing a New Nicholas course out there, and it's pretty impressive. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him that soon. And then he's going to be a little bit more warmed up for the Masters Championship. We do need to bring more people in from outside the state to understand what we have in Michigan. And I know Mike Fernandez in the back and Kevin McKinley that are at Treetops are very involved with the economic committees and all the committees in the state of Michigan to try to get more people to see what we have. And that's going to be good for our economy. The big 3 will figure it out. I've got a great relationship with Ford Motor Company and have for the last 20 years. And I've seen the new products, I've seen the people that are behind the scenes, and they believe. And so really, we got to get our heads out of the doldrums and start living a little bit. And I think that's what's great about seeing all the people that are here for the West Michigan Golf Show. It's huge attendance, and you're as hungry as anybody to go play a little golf.